What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? This is Marcus here with another Pokemon Solo Run challenge. Now, the last challenge I did was Mew, and I'm going to be honest with you, Mew was extremely easy. It's a psychic type and it's a legendary, so obviously it's overpowered. So today I'm going to be doing another Solo Run challenge that's going to be pretty much nearly impossible. I am going to attempt to beat Pokemon Blue with just a Weedle. Now, if you know anything about Weedle, Weedle has horrible stats. In fact, Weedle is arguably the worst Pokemon in Generation 1 alongside with Caterpie and Magikarp. So, yeah, this should be fun. Not only that, but Weedle doesn't learn any TM moves. It doesn't learn any HM moves. The only moves it knows is Poison Sting, String Shot, and if all the power points go down, Struggle. So, this is my first time recording during the game, so hopefully everything works out. If you hear some, background noise, my fault. But I'm not sure if I can do this. There's a guy on YouTube, I think his name is Jake McNulty. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. He's a YouTuber though. He beat Pokemon Red and Blue with a Weedle, but he did use items in battle. He almost beat Pokemon Yellow with no items in battle with a Weedle, but he was unsuccessful towards the end. So I'm wondering if I can beat Red and Blue with no items, since he was able to do it with items. But, we'll find out and see. Like I said, I don't think I can do it, but hey, it's worth a shot, right? So, the first thing I'm going to do, and I already started my game, is I'm going to automatically pick up Bulbasaur. Why am I doing Bulbasaur? And this is supposed to be a solo run. The reason being is because eventually I'm going to get Weedle. This is the only cheat code that I'm going to be using to get Weedle. I'm going to put in the Game Shark code, so that way, after I get some Pokeballs, I can automatically get a Weedle, right? And I want my rival to pick Charmander, because, of course, that'll make the run much harder. I'm not going to nickname my Bulbasaur because it doesn't make a difference. Just to give you guys a heads up of how this works, I'm not allowed to use any Pokemon for the run as far as battling. I can have other Pokemon's HM slaves. If you don't know what an HM slave means, it's simply put that it's a Pokemon I can have in my party that I can use to get through the game. But other than that, I can't use it to battle. Again, I'm not allowed to use any items in battle, and the only glitch I'm going to use is the glitch to get my my Weedle. Go ahead and battle my rival, and just to give you guys a heads up, I'm purposely going to lose because, again, technically in this challenge I'm not allowed to use any attacking moves except with my Weedle. If I have other Pokemon in my party at that point, then that simply means that it's pretty much over. Like, literally, I have to use non-attacking moves. I cannot use any attacking moves other than Weedle whatsoever. So again, I'm purposely going to lose. As you can see here, it's taking a while. I think the AI purposely tries to do its best to make sure you win the first battle, but again, it doesn't make any more of a difference. And remember, there are some rival fights throughout the game that are mandatory, but this is not one of them. So as you can see, he's lost. Now what I need to do next is I need to go to Viridian City, and I need to get Oak's Parcel, and I need to deliver it to Professor Oak. And I didn't mean to press that more than once, so I'm going to go back. Again, if I run into any Pokemon, I can't battle them. I have to run away. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's go inside. Missing a lot. So now that I've delivered this parcel, the next step is going to be to catch a Weedle. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Do is to go to Pokemon and get some Pokeballs. I'm only going to get like about 4. Not trying to get too many because I'm not going to be catching too many Pokemon off the bat. But what I am going to do in the future, and I don't see him here right now, is I'm going to be loading up on potions. And the reason why I'm going to be doing this is because, remember, I am allowed to use items outside of battle. I'm not allowed to use them during battle. And there'll be some times, as you'll see in the run, where struggle might come in handy more than Poison Sting and String Shot when I run out of PP points. Now, for those who don't know what Struggle is a normal type move, and basically it's used when, you know, your Pokemon no longer has any PP, and it takes, I think, about 1/8 of your health every time you use it. It's not something I would recommend, but in some cases it can work out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to cheats. Again, this is the only cheat I'm going to use throughout the game, and I'm going to edit this cheat actually, because when I did the last challenge I had it on mute. So our edit cheat is a Game Shark cheat. I type in the code, which I think I replace, and I hope I'm doing this right, with 70. I think that should get me Weedle. Hopefully this works out. We're gonna see. And it works. Now it looks, you know, very discombobulated, but we're gonna go ahead and try to catch it without, and hey, what do you know, it was that simple. Weedle does have a fairly easy catch rate. So now that we have our Weedle, we're going to go back and we're going to deposit Bulbasaur. Sorry, Bulbasaur, we won't. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to keep Bulbasaur, and here's why. Bulbasaur can learn Cut, and it'll be a good HM slave. But I'm not going to be using Bulbasaur through battle, and I don't need Bulbasaur as of yet. So to make the run a little bit smoother, I'm going to go ahead and deposit Bulbasaur for right now, and I'll take him out later when we get Cut, which should be right before we get to the 3rd gym. All right, so my Weedle's at a level 3. I'm going to go ahead and grind a little bit. And then after I grind, I'm going to try to rival fight. So now I'm inside Viridian Forest. And I'm not going to battle any trainers just yet. But I'm hoping to run into some Pokemon that I can battle. The good thing about Caterpies in this forest and Metapods that I'll find is that, you know, poison types are super effective against them. And this is a weird mechanic in Gen 1, as you'll see right now. But poison types are super effective against Weedle as well. And the reason being is because Weedle is part bug. And they fixed it in Gen 2. Gen 2, they made it so that way if you use a poison type move, it became neutral. But as you can see, Poison Sting does a decent amount of damage, but it won't poison another Weedle, which is good because that means if we come across against a Weedle, then, you know, we won't have any issues. And as you see, I have a Metapod. You know, coming across Metapods and Kakunas is going to be the fastest way to level up. So now, quickly, which is good, I'm at level 5. But I'm going to grind a little bit more before I get to the first rival fight. I want to try to get like at least level 8 or level 9 and then see what I can do there first. So now I'm inside Viridian Forest. And I'm not going to battle any trainers just yet. But I'm hoping to run into some Pokemon that I can battle. The good thing about Caterpies in this forest and Metapods that I'll find is that, you know, poison types are super effective against them. And this is a weird mechanic in Gen 1, as you'll see right now. But poison types are super effective against Weedle as well. And the reason being is because Weedle is part bug. And they fixed it in Gen 2. Gen 2, they made it so that way if you use a poison type move, it became neutral. But as you can see, Poison Sting does a decent amount of damage, but it won't poison another Weedle, which is good because that means if we come across against a Weedle, then, you know, we won't have any issues. And as you see, I have a Metapod. You know, coming across Metapods and Kakunas is going to be the fastest way to level up. So now, quickly, which is good, I'm at level 5. But I'm going to grind a little bit more before I get to the first rival fight. I want to try to get like at least level 8 or level 9 and then see what I can do there first. It's my better judgment. I decided to go to Brock's gym at a level 15, or should I say with a level 15 Weedle. A friend of mine keeps telling me I need to show clips of my pain, so I guess I'm just going to go ahead and do that because this is going to be painful. I won't be doing this for all the gyms. Most of the gyms, I'll just be doing the gym leaders, but I want to show you how difficult this is going to be. Now, mind you, I'm several levels even against the trainer in the gym outside of Brock. Now, with ground types, they are resistant against poison types, right? But ground and rock types are both resistant against poison types. Take that as you may for when we go against Brock. Even this Diglett, we're not doing much damage against him. We're not even getting him poisoned. And he's just scratching away. We finally do poison him, but at this point, it doesn't make a difference. And we are just too darn weak. To be honest with you, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to go back to grinding and maybe get to level 20. It's pointless to even try right now. So I didn't grind up too much. I only grounded up 1 level, but I have an idea. I used all my power points to get rid of all my poison stings, and string shots. So I know this isn't going to work on Brock, but this might work on the first trainer. All I have is struggle. Diglett has a pretty weak defense, so we're going to see how it works. Boom. Wow, that already works better than Poison Sting. So we knocked out the Diglett. He's at level 17. So let's see how we do against the Sandshrew. Okay, doing pretty good. Might be able to win this. And I don't know how, but somehow we managed to win. Man, Weedle is trash, dog. I mean, like, for real. Like, y'all hear me laughing, but y'all don't understand the pain that I'm going through inside. This run is really going to be terrible. I'm not even going to, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to heal up and I'm going to face Brock so y'all can laugh some more at how bad Weedle is. Give me a second and let's do that. I decided to go ahead and battle Brock. I know darn well I don't stand a chance. But I want to show y'all how ridiculous this is going to be. Now, if it was any other Pokemon, even like one of the starters, and we were at level 17, oh, we'd probably wipe the floor with Brock. Even Charmander would do pretty well. But, again, remember how I said Poison Sting is 4 times resistant to Brock's Pokemon because they're rock and ground? Well, look. Didn't do anything. That might have done 1 piece of damage. Like, come on, dog. See? He's not even being poisoned. And I'm missing. How am I missing Poison Sting? What the? How did I miss so many poison? Bruh. I keep missing Poison Sting. This doesn't make sense. Yo, I'm missing every Poison Sting. How does this happen? Oh my gosh. Oh, he finally hit him. Oh, he finally hit him. Wow. I'm glad I recorded that. Like, if I would have just told y'all about this, you wouldn't have believed this. I missed Poison Sting every time. What? Somebody do the calculations. Somebody get my dry bread or J Rose in here and figure out what those calculations are. I missed almost every single Poison Sting. 100% accuracy move. In a Pokemon game that has the glitch where you miss an 100% accuracy move, what? Every 1 out of 256 times? Whatever. Back to grinding. So I'm back to try to battle Brock again. This time I'm at level 20. I don't understand why Poison Sting missed so much last time. If I don't win this time, I have a strategy in mind. All right. So it's hitting this time. Oh, and he used a full heal. He used a freaking cheater. All right. That's all right. We're just going to poison you again. Keep on hitting you and poison you again. And he uses another full All right. So, it's cool. It's cool. You ain't got no more. He has 3 full heals. How the heck does... So, we're just going to keep hitting him. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to get him. We're going to get him. He doesn't have... That's a 4 full heal. Surely, he can't have 5, can he? Well, let's find out. Going to keep on Poison Stinging him. And it doesn't make a difference because we go down. You know what? I actually have a strategy that I want to try. And here's what I'm thinking about. So, Poison Sting is 4 times resistance to Rock's Pokemon because it is, well, they are ground and rock types. So I'm thinking, what if I go to the forest and I grind out and I leave myself with about 5 power points of Poison Stings. And then we'll go from Struggle. Struggle's not going to do that much damage, but I'm pretty sure it'll do better than Poison Sting. Yep, let's try. Alright, so I have a strategy. It's time for battling Brock. I used all my power points for Poison Sting and String Shot. The only move he knows is Struggle. Let's see how well that does. Okay, that's doing a little better. Now, my hope is he doesn't use Defense Curl. As long as he doesn't use Defense Curl and he's using it, but I think we still might be good. Okay. It's getting there. And hold up. Uh-oh. Now, I can tell you right now, we're not going to win this fight. But it seems like we have a good strategy in place. And yeah, okay, we go down a lot sooner than we expected. But we got the Geodude in the red health. So it looks like we're going to have to grind a few more levels. But I think I've come up with a good strategy to beating Brock. Level 23. I try again. I know the struggle method's going to work. Now, this time he's using defensive curve early, but we'll see if we can wither him down enough. And it seems like we're doing a little better. He keeps using defensive curl, which I guess is not a bad thing. At least he's not attacking us. Okay. And boom. All right. We finally got past the Geodude. But now here's the problem. Onyx knows Bide. If he uses Bide against us and we keep using struggle against him, the attack is going to double. So we might be hit with a problem. And he's using Bide. Uh-oh. This might be a problem. Let's see what happens. So he uses Bide. You see how much damage that does? That's going to be a problem. But we're going to keep struggling our way through. He's using Screech. Okay, let's hope he keeps using that. He continues to use Screech. Tackle. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. And we get knocked out. I honestly think we need a few more levels, but we can definitely do this. I try again at level 25. The same strategy, struggle. He's using defense curve early. See how this goes. And, well, can we maintain our health? He's not getting us down much. If he keeps trying to use defense curl, that'll probably be the best case. And it's a little mixture. Oh, I got a crit. Okay. With 26 life points left. Well, health points. Life points. I'm thinking about another game. Let's see how we do against the Onyx. I don't think we'll make it, but we'll see. Okay, he's using Bide. And at this point, we have to keep attacking. So we keep going, and he's using Bide again. At this point, we're not going to, and we knock ourselves out. We're almost there. I think 1 or 2 levels should do it. Okay, so I try again at level 27. 2 levels higher, he starts out with defense curl. Again, not the worst thing in the world, as long as he doesn't start using tackle. And of course he is. It's not doing much damage, but I'm definitely getting some recoil damage from struggle. And he survives, and we're still in the green. So, I spoke too soon. All right, Onyx time. Let's see what we can do. Using Screech. That's not a good thing. We got a good crit. Okay, let's keep on going. We might be able to make it through this as long as he doesn't use Bide. If he uses Bide, we're kind of screwed. We might not make it. Let's keep trying. Okay, and wow, we survived literally with 1 HP. That's freaking crazy. But at level 27, we finally beat Brock. Y'all, I'm just gonna be real honest with y'all. I don't think y'all understand in real time how long that grind took. Matter of fact, let's grab this badge and this TM, which we can't even teach Weedle, because Weedle can't learn any TMs. We behind Pokemon. And let's see how much time has been spent in the game. So in real time, fast forward and everything, because, even if you fast forward the game, it tracks how long you spent on the game. We spent 13 hours and 48 minutes. 13 hours and 48 minutes. Y'all, that's a lot. We just got the first badge. That's freaking ridiculous. Now, you would think Mountain Moon would be easy with my Weedle being at level 32, right? Wrong. Mount Moon is full of Geodudes and Zubats. Look, let me tell you something. The worst nightmare in this run is not a psychic type Pokemon. It's not just the ground Pokemon by themselves. It is rock/ground Pokemon like Geodude, Graveler, Onyx. Let me tell you why. Because Poison Sting is 4 times resistant on them. It doesn't do any damage. And I would go with the struggle route, which it seems like I'm going to have to go through that, a lot throughout this run through. But it just, Weedle is so weak. It doesn't do enough. I mean, that was a level 8 Geodude, and you saw how much I struggled through that. Whew, look. And some of y'all may be thinking, well, Marcus, can't you just run away from the battle? Yes, I can, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I need every experience point that I can get. So I'm willing to put myself through the struggle if that means it's going to pay off in the end and give me a chance to beat this run through. To be honest, this Mountain Moon run has been a hot mess, as I stated before. But I finally made it to the last trainer, and this is going to be tough. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Dang, Poison Sting was disabled. Okay, so we can't attack for a couple turns. This might hurt us, but we'll see. Okay, we're disabled no more. Let's go back for it. Now, the problem with this fight is it's not his middle Pokemon, Voltorb. We could take him out in 1 or 2 hits. This takes 2 hits. But his coughing is also a poison type, so this may be a little tough. Let's see who can last. He only knows Tackle, and wow. See, if we would have got hit by that small, we would have been taken out. We barely survived. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. All right, so with that being said, we're just about finished. Of course, we can only take 1 fossil. And, you know, before I choose the fossil, everybody, you know, go ahead and comment below and let me know which fossil you think I'm going to choose. Comments are good for the social media algorithm. Ooh, I've always wanted to say that. All right, so I took the Dome fossil for those who actually paused the video, and we're going to try to head on out. And I would battle y'all, but I really don't feel like it because it was a headache getting through here. Like, I literally leveled up 8 levels trying to get through Mountain Moon. And again, some of y'all may be thinking to yourselves, well, dang, you put yourself through torture. Again, I promise this is going to kind of pay off in the back end. I'm going to struggle regardless, but if I had to choose a struggle a lot versus struggle medium, I'm going to choose struggle medium. All right. Decided to go ahead and take on Misty just to see what I can do. I think I can get past her at this level. I'm more so worried about her Starmie, but let's see. Okay, so Staryu goes extremely well. She goes for an X defense instead of attacking. Okay, now I have a feeling if Starmie hits us with Bubble Beam, we may have some trouble, but let's see what happens. Okay, hits with a tackle for a critical hit, and we're actually doing pretty good. And yep, I knew it. I spoke too soon. Bubble Beam took us out. I'm going to try again before grinding because I think we can do it. Second round, we try this again and see what happens. She Lobster attacks a water gun. We take a little more damage. Like I said, as long as we avoid Bubble Beam, and we just leveled up, so that might help us out too. If we get hit by Bubble Beam, it's going to be trouble. It might be over. And plus, that was a crit last time. We got a poison, you know, status, so that works. Let's keep going. I hope she doesn't hit us, and we win. All right. And some of you guys may be thinking, you know, that was torture. But again, I told you it's going to pay off. We're still going to struggle. I'd rather struggle medium than struggle a lot. All right. But we beat Misty, so I'm happy about that. And now it's on to our next rival fight. So we're getting ready for our next rival fight. First, he sends out Pidgeotto. I have to be careful because Pidgeotto knows Sand Attack. If we get hit by too many Sand Attacks, that could be a problem. But let's see what happens. Okay, he goes for Poison Attack. Sand Attack misses. All right, so good. We don't get our accuracy lowered at all. Abra doesn't attack at all, so this is an easy free turn pretty much. Raticate, weak. And we'll see with Charmeleon. Hopefully Charmeleon doesn't go for Ember. That could be a problem. Let's see. And we poison him, and he doesn't go for Ember at all. Wow. And the second rival fight was actually a lot easier than I thought. Look, I'm telling y'all right now, don't expect too much more of this. Eventually, it's going to get hard again, okay? Continue on, you know, battle the trainers on Nugget Bridge and whatnot. Ended up leveling up a little bit. You would think that some of the fights would get easier, and some of them did, and some of them didn't. I tried my best not to lose much money because in Generation 1, when you lose a battle, you lose literally half of your money. In other generations, it's a lot different, but in this one, it's not like that at all. And Weedle, despite being at such a high level, still has trouble from time to time. So you got to make sure you're aware of that. All right, rival battle number, I think this is 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, rival battle number 3. So we start off with Sand Attack. That's already not good. But we got a couple Poison Stings in, and we're good. Radicate's up next, and we just Poison Sting our way in. And we do good with that. Now, Cadabra can be dangerous. If he hits us with Confusion, that might cause some problems, but let's see. See, that took up a lot of health. But good thing we're faster than him and way stronger than him, but this may be a problem later on. Next, we have Charmeleon. Let's hope he doesn't use Ember. And he does. That takes up a lot of health. And one more poison. Oh, and yep, and we missed. Okay, so we're gonna have to try that battle again time, and let's see if we can actually get lucky this time. Sand attack off rip twice, so that's not good, but we maintain some of our health. Let's see how the rest of us go. All right, he uses a couple hyper fangs, and we're missing, so that's not good. It just seems apparent that if Pidgeotto gets off a couple of sand attacks, we're pretty much doomed, and we're not really getting much hits in. We did level up, so that's the badge glitch boost, which I'll explain just in a second. I feel like Confusion is going to take us out. He uses teleport. I don't know why. Okay, yep, he finished us off. So I think we're going to have to grind for another level or two. But before I do that, let me explain the badge glitch boost. And if I mess this up by any chance, feel free to correct me in the comments. I'll make sure I get it right next time. But basically, every gym that you go to, it boosts a certain stat. So for example, when you beat Brock, it boosts your defensive stats, right? I think it's every like first and third and fifth and seventh gym, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's somewhere along those lines. So basically, every time you level up, your stats already go up, but that specific stat from whatever the gym boost you were supposed to get, that goes up even higher. So if you notice that sometimes, you know, in Gen 1, when your Pokemon attacks, it gets stronger, or when it levels up during battle, or its defense gets stronger when it levels up during battle, that's why. Again, not the best explanation in the world. If you want more of an explanation on that, my Dry Bread and J Rose, they have a little more in detail. But point is, Weedle is still whack. Weedle is still weak. It's not enough. We're going to have to level up another 1 or 2 levels to stand a chance. 44, we try again. Hopefully we can make a little bit of a difference this time. Let's see. Okay, no sand attacks, not much damage. All right, cool. Next is Radicate. Use a couple poison stings and not much damage here either. Okay, Cadabra, let's see if we can get lucky with him. Confusion hits us hard, but we're still in there. Now we just got to get past Charmeleon, and I hope that we got burnt. That might be a problem. But he's poisoned. Who's going to go out first? And, of course, we do. Level 45. We tried again. Couple of gusts, no sand attacks yet, so we're good. All right, next is Radicate. Oh, that was a crit. That was a good one. All right, next is Cadabra. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. And we have a lot of health, so we might be able to make it through this one. As long as we don't get burnt again, we should be good. And we finally win. Look. I didn't think the third rival fight was going to be this difficult. That was crazy. Like, wow. Just, at this point, the only thing I can say is wow. It's Lieutenant Surge time, and let's see what we can do. First, he brings out a Voltorb. Poison Sting does pretty good, and we got to watch out for Sonic Boom, but it doesn't take much damage. Sonic Boom only takes 20 health points, and I think we are still managing pretty good. So next, Pikachu. The hope is that we don't get paralyzed. If we get paralyzed, that could be trouble. He uses X speed because we're obviously faster, but still doesn't work. Next is Raichu. Now we have to worry about Raichu. If Raichu uses Thunderbolt, that could cause some problems. Let's see what happens. Gets poisoned right off the back. That's pretty good. Uses X speed, but I think we're still... Oh, he gets a little faster, but hey, no matter. So we keep hitting him. He keeps trying to use Growl. There goes Thunder Shock, but the poison weakens him, and we go down. Lieutenant Surge was surprisingly easy. Go to Diglett Cave because we need one Pokemon. Well, I say we need one Pokemon. We really need a total of 10 Pokemon in order to get the Flash HM to make it through Dark Cave, which I'm really dreading going, and you know why. Say it with me, everybody. Geodude. Yeah, good old Geodude. I see a Dugtrio, so I decide to battle him, but, oh, and it won't let me run away. I really want to catch him. And it's like every time he uses... At this point, y'all, I can't even get mad anymore. I know exactly what I signed up for. Bulbasaur comes out, but remember, we can't battle with Bulbasaur, so we can't use any attacker moves, so the only thing we have to do is run away or allow him to faint. But what I decided to do is just to see, I think I have some Pokeballs on me. Let's just see if we can catch a Diglett so we can get to our 10th Pokemon. And we still can't, and you know what? Screw this. We're just going to heal up and try this again. I go to, I don't know exactly what the route is called, but I go to one of Professor Oak's aids to get the HM Flash. I know I can't use other Pokemon, you know, during battles, but I caught 11 Pokemon just so that way I could have the Flash HM to get through Dark Cave. I know you don't necessarily need it to get through Dark Cave. You can get through Dark Cave without a Pokemon using Flash, but I mean, it'll just make it easier. And look, let's just be real, guys. Bottom line, Weedle's gonna be trash in Dark Cave 2. Any cave that we go into or cave-like area in Generation 1, Weedle's just gonna be complete utter trash. I mean, the most garbage of trash that you could possibly find, because you're gonna constantly encounter Geodudes and Zubats, which are big trouble for Weedles. And not to mention, in that cave, you're gonna be a lot of trainers that have rock-type Pokemon, and even some that have ground types and psychic types. So it's just going to be a nightmare. I'm hoping that because we're over leveled that it won't be as bad, but yeah, right. Alright, so apparently I'm back in another cave, Dark Cave. And I thought I would take this time to just show you guys Weedle's stats. We are at level 50. Look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is the fastest I've gotten to level 50 in a Pokemon game ever. Like, we don't even have our 4th badge yet. And let's take a look at Weedle's stats. So, speed is the only somewhat okay thing going for it right now. Its attack is extremely weak. We're not really worried about a special because it doesn't have any special moves. But I will say this in Gen 1, just in case you didn't know, when it comes to dealing with special, special defense and special offense are tied into one. Now, Generation 2 and onward, they break that up. Defense is actually pretty good, but I think that's only because of the EVs that I received from battling so many Geodudes. But the problem is, again, we're in Rock Tunnel. I don't know why I said Dark Cave in the beginning. My bad, Lord. What am I thinking? We're in Rock Tunnel, and we're just going to see a bunch of Zubats and Geodudes, and there are also a few mandatory battles that involve Geodudes, and I believe there's one that involves a Geodude and a Graveler. So this is going to be very frustrating. We got to try to get our way through somehow. And, you know, the trainers that we battle, in some cases, you know, like this one is okay. You know, they have Oddish, but, you know, then when we have stats moves, that can be annoying as well. And we just got to do our best to get through it, you know. We're at a pretty decent level, and we just got to keep going. You guys may be wondering why I'm outside of the cave right now, right? Well, here's what I figured. I have a strong feeling that the only way I'm going to be able to get some of these through these mandatory trainers, especially the Rock Tunnel ones, is through struggling. Poison Sting, as I mentioned time and time again throughout the run, just doesn't do anything to rock/ground types. That 4 times resistance thing, whew, that's a big deal. So I'm going to have to use all my power points. And then I think I'm going to try to struggle against it and get some potions. Because I can't use items during battle, but I can definitely use items outside of battle and just heal up in between. That's if Weedle can make it through all of them. We'll see how that goes. Example of what I mean, the struggle battle. And I've seen this, I'm sorry. I've shown this before. Let's see if it works here. So, that's horrible. Struggle almost wiped Geodude out with a crit hit. And it's already doing better. And I got the badge boost glitch. Alright, I can take that. Knock Machop up in 1 hit. Next is Geodude. Now again, this is not something I want to do too often because it doesn't always work. And it looks like I may not make it past this last Geodude. See? It just, yeah. We're going to try it again. Once more. And see if we have better luck. It's just a matter of Geodude not hitting us with Rock Throw. If we get hit by a Rock Throw, we're done for. Because Struggle is already taking recoil damage. Or should I say, we're taking recoil damage from Struggle. And as I move along, it's just not going to work. And see? Almost worked that time. We're going to try it one more time. I really hope I don't have to try to grind a little more just to get past this. Because that's going to suck. And, you know, it's great that we can take out some Pokemon with one struggle. But between that recoil damage and the possibility of Geodude using Rock Throw, which is a super effective move, it just doesn't help. Now, this time we actually managed to get good luck and beat him. But I'm a little concerned for when we face Bruno at the Elite Four. I know we got a long ways to go before that. and we'll be at a much higher level than that, probably level 100 while you're playing. But it is a little concerning. But, you know, hey, you got to do what you got to do to make it work. So we finally made it out of Rock Tunnel. Ooh, man, look, let me tell you something. I ain't going back in there no time soon. So I decided to go ahead and try the 4th rival fight. Now, I just healed up my Weedle, and I'm going to see how the struggle maneuver works for all of his Pokemon. If we can even survive, for that matter. Versus Pidgeotto, you struggle. He doesn't use Sand Attack, so we might be good for the rest of the way. Let's just see. Execute to come out, and you see how quickly it's taking away our health. Next is Gyarados. Gyarados uses Hydro Pump, and yeah, it's just not working. So I think what we're going to do instead is we're just going to go ahead and... Dang, I got to start over because I didn't save. Crap. After we do these 2 trains, I think we're just going to heal up and then just try it the regular way. I'm going to try it again. This time, my Weedle is not only healed up, but we don't have struggle. And, wow, got a crit for the first hit. Okay, Pidgeotto went out. And at least this time, we're not taking massive damage. Execute is out, so it's a grass type, so Poison Sting should do really well. Hypnosis misses. Thank God for that. Gyarados is up next. Dragon Rage does about 40 HP each turn, so I'm glad he's not continuously using that, or that could be a problem. Cadabra may be a problem. Let's see. We outspeed him, and he doesn't use Confusion. Last but not least is Charmeleon. We're going to see how well Ember hits us, but we're pretty good. We poison him, and we win. Just letting you guys know, it seems like we're doing well right now, but I bet when we get the rival Fivel, that's going to be a nightmare. We got to keep leveling up. We got to keep grinding. But at least for now, we're good. So here's the thing. Getting past the Ghost Tower is going to be extremely difficult because of Ghastlies. And using Poison Sting against them, since they're part poison type, is just not going to work too well. Oh yeah, the Haunters too. So I decided to interchange between that and the Grass Gym, Erica's Gym, just to see how well I can do. Now, even though my Weedle is at a high level, I have to be careful because the gym leaders here like to spam, you know, different types of status conditioning moves. Now, the sleeping moves won't be the problem. The problem will be the paralysis. If they use Stun Spore and their Pokemon also has Wrap, it can, you know, kind of cause me to be stuck. Wrap is not 100% accuracy. That's the good news. But if they paralyze me, like you said, this Bellsprout just used Wrap, but it didn't paralyze me, so I can get out of it. But if they paralyze me and spam Wrap, that can be a problem. Also, there's a trainer in here with an Ivysaur. See, like how Ivy just paralyzed me? Now, watch this. See, she missed Wrap, so that's good the first time, but I'm paralyzed, so she can keep spamming Wrap over and over again. And guess what? If I don't hit Bellsprout, it's a wrap. And it just so happens that I get lucky and do it this time. But a lot of trainers in here can do that. So I have to be very, very careful. I think I can beat this gym pretty well with Weedle at its current level. But you got to be aware of that part. So now I decided to take on Erica just to see how well I can do. Victory Bell's up. And it starts off with Wrap. Not bad. I'm just hoping that I don't get paralyzed. I can deal with Wrap. Wrap is pretty weak. I just can't deal with it if I have a status condition, such as being paralyzed. Next up is Tangela. This should be easy because it's grass type, and it gets poisoned off the rip, so that's good. And using the super potion, that's okay. We'll just keep on going with it. She keeps using Constrict. Tangela goes down. We leveled up. Badge boost glitch. Awesome. Now we have Vileplume. And as you can see, Poison Sting is not doing too much damage, but she resorts to Mega Drain. She puts me to sleep. Next is Petal Dance, and it's not doing much damage, and it's going to get confused at some point. And we're just going to keep on attacking and pushing our way through. But the problem is, again, with sleep, wake back up, start attacking again. It's still thrashing, but we end up getting the victory. And Erica was actually pretty easy, and that's pretty good. Now, we basically have one of two choices. We can either go ahead and go back to the tower, or we can go face off against Team Rocket since we're here. I think we're just going to go ahead and face off against Team Rocket. We need a couple of levels before we can advance to the Ghost Tower because of all the Ghastly and Haunter in there. And unfortunately, we have to get the Pokeflute in order to advance to Fuchsia City and Cycling Road in general. Speaking of Cycling Road, as always, I always seem to forget to get the the bicycle by trading the bicycle voucher. So we're actually going to go get that in a little bit as well, as soon as we're done dealing with Team Rocket. I was in the process of trying to go through Team Rocket, and I have one more trainer that I have to go through before I battle Giovanni, and I feel like I may have to use the struggle method to get through Giovanni, but we'll see. I still can't make it past the Ghost Tower in Lavender Town. I'm still having trouble with the Ghastlies, so I'm trying to find different ways that I can level up. Worst case scenario, I have a strange feeling that I may have to try to battle Sabrina before I battle Koga. And that's going to be interesting because guess what? She has psychic types, and I feel like Cadabra and Alakazam are going to mop the floor with me. But for now, I decided to get some, extra level ups, however you want to say that, whatever, by battling the Fighting Dojo. And, he's using mostly fighting type moves, which don't have a very strong effect against Weedle. That might come in handy later when we battle Bruno for the Elite Four. We shall see. He's doing a pretty good job. Took quite a bit of damage, but we ended up taking him down. So I decided I'm going to take one of the Pokemon. I don't know which one. Let's go with Hitmonlee. And we're not going to use them, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Good pick. Now we're facing Giovanni for the first time. And I decided we're going to struggle our way through, only because I know he has an Onyx. And I think it'd be a lot better than trying to use Poison Sting. He starts off with using Rock Throw. That's a bit of trouble because we're taking a bit of damage, including using Struggle. Next is Rhyhorn. That's another one that we have to worry about. And really the main trick is not taking that much damage from the previous Pokemon. And of course we get wiped out, and because of that we can't use other Pokemon to attack. So that's pretty much the end of that. I'm going to try it again and just see if I can do it without grinding. Actually, on second thought, scratch that. We're probably going to have to grind just a little bit more. The problem is with Struggle. Struggle takes so much recoil damage, especially when it's one-hit KOs, that it's just troublesome to use, and we got to be at a high enough level. You see clearly how bad Weedle is. We are almost at level 60 and still having trouble taking out level 20 and level 30 something Pokemon. I mean, it's a mess. And then the problem is we can't go inside this gym until we defeat Team Rocket, and I just realized that. So what can we do? I think the best bet is to maybe just we can grind it out a little more, or we can try the boss battle again. I'm going to go ahead and grind it out a little more, and then we're going to try the Rocket boss battle once again, because we're going to be stuck in general unless we beat Giovanni. And we can't go through the tower in Lavender Town unless we beat the boss. So we don't have no choice. We're just going to have to grind it out. It's going to be rough, but hey, gotta do what we got to do to get past this brick wall. At the attempt the Giovanni fight again, we take no damage against Onyx besides recoil damage, so that's really good. Now we got to go against Rhyhorn, and hopefully we can get the same thing, and he starts using Horn Attack. It could be bad depending on how we end up. We end up with 70 HP, so, and we get level up, so that's good. Let's see how we do against Kangaskhan. Comet Punch is just taking a lot of damage, and we survive with a slither of health, so that's really good, because I did not want to have to grind again just to try to, see how we could do. Now, next we pretty much have two options. We can, one, go to the Ghost Tower in Lavender Town, or we can face Giovanni again in Team Rocket as well, in in Saffron City. I think we're gonna go to Saffron City just to be on the safe side. I don't think we're ready for Rival 5 just yet, or Giovanni exactly again, but maybe we can get some levels up, and then kind of go from there. At this point, just to be honest with you, we're kind of hitting a brick wall slightly. Koga's gym has Pokemon that can use psychic type moves and also poison types, which is just no good for us. And Sabrina's gym has straight psychic types, so either way, we're kind of screwed right now. I think the best route would be to probably see how we can do in Lavender Town first and kind of work our way around and then go back to Saffron City. Either way, y'all, this is going to be a very hard grind, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is the part of the game where it is going to be extremely frustrating. Go back to the tower in Lavender Town, and now that we have the split scope, we can actually see the Pokemon that we want to battle. Surprisingly enough, bone clubs that Cubones do or create are not doing a lot of damage, which is really good because this gives us a chance to grind if we need to. However, when we see Ghastlies, as you can see, we're not taking much damage. It knows Lick and Confuse Ray, so it can paralyze us and confuse us, which can be extremely frustrating. And as you can see, Haunters are literally no better, so it's extremely frustrating. But it's either we take this route or we take the Saffron route. So it's kind of one of those things where we just gotta make it happen the best way we can. And if we can't, then hey. So I get to Saffron City, and this is crazy. I never noticed this before because I typically play Pokemon in a very conventional manner and play it in order, but we can't even go inside the building. It looks like we don't have any choice. We're gonna have to get past the radio tower in, not radio tower, that's Gen 2, the ghost tower in Lavender Town. So we're just gonna have to try to force our way through, or we're gonna have to grind to at a high enough level to where we can ward off all the ghost Pokemon with just Weedle. Listen, y'all, I have a feeling this is a very bad omen when we face Agatha in the Elite Four. For those who don't know too much about Pokemon and maybe just getting into it, Agatha is a strong Elite Four trainer who uses mostly ghost type Pokemon. So, whew, boy. When I tell you this challenge is probably darn near impossible, but listen, we're going to see through it to the end, but things are not looking too good right now. I decided to go ahead and try to find new places to grind, and believe it or not, grinding in the Diglett Cave is not bad, and here's why I say that. There's a small chance that you can see a Dugtrio. If I see Dugtrios, they give me a large amount of experience points. Even Diglett experience points are not bad. I guess the frustrating thing about this run is just how trash Weedle is. Let's just be honest. Weedle is at a level 60, and going against a level 23 or 24 Gengar, it doesn't do much damage. So I have a strong feeling I'm going to have to be at level at least 65. Just to be able to advance past the tower in Lavender Town. Y'all forgive me. I promise future runs my talk will be a lot smoother. I'm stuttering over my words, slurs, and all that good stuff. And trying to focus on the fact that Weedle is just not absolute garbage at this point. I'll tell you one thing, maybe after this run I'll have a newfound respect for Weedle, but currently this junk is absolute pure garbage. I'm sorry for anybody that's a Weedle fan out there. Yeah, you just trash. It's just trash. Here's another thing that I want to mention. A lot of people are probably going to ask, well, Marcus, why don't you just struggle your way through the Gengars? Here's why, and I think I might have mentioned this earlier, but just in case I didn't, I'll do it here. In Generation 1, the move Struggle is a normal type. Well, it's really a normal type in all generations. Gen 1 has the mechanics where Struggle cannot affect the Ghost type, which makes perfect sense because it's a normal type move, and normal type moves have no effect on Ghost types. That doesn't change until Gen 2. So, unfortunately, I can't struggle my way through Gengars or Ghastlies or Haunters. Trust me, if I could, I definitely would use the struggle option. You've seen it a couple times through this run through so far, but that won't work. And that's my fear when we get to the Elite Four, because Agatha has 2 Gengars and 1 Haunter. We cannot struggle through them. We're going to have to use Poison Sting, and Poison Sting is so weak. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's weak against all of her Pokemon. So I just have a strong feeling we're going to have to be at level 100 just to stand any little bit of a chance. Finally managed to make it past all the trainers somehow, some way, and we got to battle the Ghost of Marowak, aka Cupone's mother's spirit. You know, we'll say that question for another day. Anyways, use Poison Sting obviously is not very effective. The only move that it has that can hurt it is Boomerang, and that's if it uses it. And obviously, as you can see, we're so high leveled up that it doesn't do much damage. The good thing about Weedle in this situation is my Weedle's special, or should I say defense, is not the best, but it's pretty decent when it comes to taking physical attacks. When it comes to special, yeah, that's a whole nother story. Anyways, we make it back and we can advance. We finally managed to take all of Team Rocket down in the Ghost Tower, and on that note, we get the Poke Flute. I'm so glad we did this way. I gotta make some room for this. But I'm so glad that we did this because, man, look, when I tell you, it has been brick wall after brick wall so far. I didn't realize how strong Ghastly's defense was, which to me doesn't make any sense because Ghastly can't get hit by physical moves, but I don't know, I guess they had that tone for something, you know? So now that we have the Poke Flute, we can actually make our way. And actually, you know what, before I do that, I need to go to get a bike because I always seem to forget to do that for some reason. If I wanted to, I could go to Saffron City right now and try to take on Sabrina. However, I think I'm gonna take on Koga just to get a few extra levels up. The reason why I say that is because while Psychic Pokemon at our level don't do the most extreme damage, hey, better to be safe than sorry. So before we go any further, we have to use the Poke Flute, obviously, to wake good old Snorlax up. By the way, I might do a solo run with Snorlax one of these days. I know it'd be pretty easy, but just for fun. So we use Poison Sting. He automatically gets poisoned, but remember, Snorlax can use Rest, and that might present a problem. I'm wondering if maybe I should use the struggle method, and well, I guess it turns out I didn't. So I advanced to Cycling Road, and I guess I could use the struggle run on Cycling Road because he has mostly poison types, but as long as his poison types are not doing that much damage, much like you see now, I should be fine. So, you know, it'll take a little longer than what it normally would, but hey, as long as we get through, that's all that matters. We are finally at gym number 5, Koga Gym, the Poison Specialist. Now, the crazy thing about this gym that we have to be careful about is a lot of the trainers under Koga have Psychic type Pokemon. So it's one of those things, as long as they don't use Psychic type moves, we're fine. But when they start using Psychic type moves, it can cause problems. Not so much for the Drowsies, but as you can see, the Cadabras and the Hypnos will cause a bit of a problem if we're not careful. But I think if we plan it right, we should be able to make it through this gym, no problem. I'm more so concerned about Koga himself because remember, he has all poison types, and that's going to present a problem. Try Koga and see how well I do with Poison Sting. I have a feeling I may need to struggle my way through with him, but I'm just going to try and see how it works. As you can see, Poison Sting is not really having a lot of effect. He hit me with a smoke screen, 2 smoke screens, so that might hurt a little later on. And all of my attacks are missing. If it gets to a point where I can't hit him, it's going to be a problem. Next is Muck. He uses the X attack. I'm still hitting with Poison Sting. I just don't think I'm going to have enough power points to make it through this. Luckily enough, all the poison moves are not very effective, but it really doesn't make a difference if I can't hit him. So I think if I have to redo this battle, which more than likely I will, I'm just going to have to avoid Smokescreen at all costs. And I can't get back past his Muck. I'm going to go ahead and use all my power points, and then I'm going to try to see if I can struggle my way through. Try to fight again. This time we're using the struggle method. As you can see, we are failing miserably. Smokescreen is messing us up really, really badly, and it just seems like we are just having difficulty. I have a feeling that I'm just going to have to grind it out. We can use struggle again, but we're just not going to hit. He uses self-destruct, and because of the double KO, we get finished off. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Saffron City and we'll just try this a little bit. So I tried to go give Koga another try a couple levels later. I'm going to use the struggle method. If it doesn't work this time, I'm going to go ahead and just try with Poison Sting. No smoke swings off, so that's good. Let's hope that Muck doesn't use Minimize. And he wastes time with X attack, so far so good. Next is Coughing. We can't one-hit him. I'm worried about Wheezing, but let's see what we can do. And yeah, that's going to be tough. I'm going to see if I can do it with Poison Sting instead of using the struggle method. It doesn't help that Wheezing uses self-destruct and he's just too bulky. If it doesn't work, I think we're going to have to go to Saffron before we come back to Koga. This is really frustrating.
Hey, I want to get...
So wait, I thought it was over, but somehow we managed to win. I don't know what happened. So, question. Does that count if you know what? Nah, I'm not even going to count that. So technically, I won the battle because Bulbasaur was in my party. So, does that count? I feel like it shouldn't. I'm going to go ahead and start over. I think I need to be fair. I'll try again. I felt like that wasn't really fair last time, but I'm going to use the Poison Sting method this time. I have 42 PPs worth of Poison Sting. I really don't think I'm going to make it all the way. The problem is he starts using Smokescreen, so that's really going to mess us up. The good news is we're taking less damage, but once he uses Smokescreen and Minimize, and he likes to like spam evasive attacks, it just doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing power points. Honestly, if I run out of Poison Sting, it's no point of even continuing this battle. I have to get extremely higher level, or I just have to get a run where I get lucky and he misses all his evasive maneuver type moves. And it just seems like right now that's not happening. So we're just gonna go ahead and, you know, try to grind a little more. So at level 78, I decide to try to struggle my way through once again. I know there's not really a way that you can brute force every single trainer battle, or should I say gym battle, or even Elite Four battle in Pokemon. But I feel like if I'm lucky enough, I can find a way to get through. The most important thing is to avoid the evasive moves and avoid taking damage, which of course in this case doesn't quite work well to my detriment. So I'm left with 17th health, and of course he doesn't survive. So I'm going to try again. I feel like I can get lucky. It just takes an insane amount of luck. And I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all just don't hear me. If I had locks right now, which I'm currently working on getting them, I would rip my locks out. That's how bad this is. I think what I'm going to have to end up doing is I'm going to try one more time. See, he has 3 more left, and so try it one more time. That's the great thing about the emulator. If you mess up, you can quickly start over. Uses X attack. Okay. All right. So far, so good. We just got to hope he doesn't hit us. And he does. And that's the problem. If he uses evasive moves or hit us, we're kind of done for. And, yep, left with 52 health. Okay, he hits a smoke screen. We managed to hit him. But then again, by the time we reach Wheezing, it doesn't amount to anything. God, this is frustrating. Finally, we have a run where we get to Wheezing with a slither of health. He uses self-destruct, and we just, oh, man. Whew. If y'all can see my face right now, we're just going to have to go back to Silph and just grind some more. Or maybe we can try the Poison Sting method. Let's see if that works.